Hello everyone, this is Bhagat Singh Hajeri from STM-CT Dharwad with USN 2ST22 EC 400.
So today I'll be explaining you about a small topic called a network address translator. So basically what happens is that if you want to hide our IP addresses while using, so at the time we'll be using this NAT. So that means that this will translate our original IP address into other IP address. So basically we are having a two type of IP address, that is one is for public use and another one is for private use. So we will now learn how we can be able to configure this scenario in Cisco packet tracer. So basically I have taken two networks here. So with the two routers, two switch and two PCs and this server. Why I have used this server is that we'll be showing you what exactly it will be happening with the while the message is being sent, and we can be able to look in that server. And now let's after connecting all these devices, we need to configure them. So how we'll be configuring that? By clicking on this PC. So we'll be getting this in the desktop section. We'll be getting an IP configuration. So there I have already set the IP address, that is 10.10.10.2 with a default gateway as 10.10.10.1. So after setting this, you need to close this and we need to configure this server. So again the same thing in the IP address, but this is with a 10.3, but the default gateway it would be the same. And coming to this PC1, I'll be setting it as a 20.20.20.2 because I'll be using a two different networks, so I'll be using a different IP address and the different default gateway, that is a 20.20.20.1. And after that I'll be configuring the routers. So in the router, I'll be first configuring the fast Ethernet, that I'll be giving the default gateway IP address, that is 10.10.10.1. And after that, you have to up the router. And after that, I need to on the serial 2 by 0, that is by giving an IP address that's 192.162.10.1. And this has also be need to be on. So after that, I'll be configuring the second router with the fast Ethernet 0 by 0. That's default IP address of the second network, that is 20.20.20.1. And also the serial uh, 2 by 0, that would be 192.162.10.2. And after that, you have to close this thing. Once everything is been done, we need to provide um, the information. So what we'll be doing is that so we have to get into this router. In the router, we have to go into the CLI, and where we need to exit from the interface mode. So once we get exit from the interface mode, we need to type it as ipnat dot inside source. We as we'll be using a static NAT, so we'll be writing it as a static. And then what we'll be writing is that we need to say that whether the device is inside the network or outside the network. If the device is outside the network, then the NAT will be useful so that other persons will not be able to know the actual IP address of our system. So basically, I'll be writing the 10.10.10.2, which is our private network, and I'll be writing the public network, that is 50.50.50.2. This is for PC, and similarly, I will be writing this for the server also, that is 10.3. And after this has been done, uh, what we'll be doing is we'll be getting into the interface mode. So in the interface mode, what we'll be doing is we need to check whether that we are in the same network or outside the network so that we can get to know it. So after typing the interface, you need to type as IP, not, sorry, so fast Ethernet. So because the first one will be a fast Ethernet, that is a 0 by 0, and once you'll be getting as IPNAT dot, this will be the inside. So you just have to exit from this, and similarly you had to get it for 1 by 0. So IPNAT and inside. Okay. Once you have just done it, you have to exit from that, and similarly you need to do it for serial port. So I'll be doing it for the serial port. It will be of 2 by 0. So sorry, interface serial 2 by 0. So this will be IP NAT outside. So you need to exit from the interface mode. Once you have done that, you have to do this same thing for the IP route 1. So once you are done with that, you'll be going for, again for the same thing in the CLI mode. You need to exit from the interface mode. And once you exit from the interface mode, you need to type IP NAT inside source static. I'll be writing it as 20.20.20.2 with the public address as 60.60.60.2. So once this is done, I'll be getting into the interface mode. So that is interface fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So what we'll be doing is IP NAT inside. Okay, we get exit from this interface mode, and similarly we'll be doing this for interface serial 2 by 0. This is IP NAT outside. Once you're done with this, you need to exit from this. Okay. Once all the configurations are done, and you will be um, doing this with the inside or the outside network, uh, only the one part will be left that is remaining, that is static routing, because as we have used two routers here, so if we forward any packet from one network to the another network, so routing has to take place. So over here, uh, over this, we need to give a static information, so as an IP route. So before that, in the route, what we'll be doing here is IP routing, right? IP ROUTE. In this IP route, uh, what we'll be doing is IP route. We'll be we need to focus on how IP routing is done. So that is, we need to give the IP address, that is 60.0.0.0, and the default gateway address as 255.0.0.0 with subnet masking 192.162.10 dot, I can say 2. Okay. Uh, once this is done, we need to exit from this. And after this is done, so we need to do this for second router also, where IP, sorry, um, IP route will be doing it as 50.0.0.0 with gateway subnet network as 255.0.0.0, and the IP address is 192.162.10.1. So once this is done, we need to exit from the mode, and this is done. Okay. Before we proceed, let me show you something that how IP route has been done. So you need to type as IP show IP route. So it will be showing as IP routes. This 20.20.20.0.0.0. This is directly connected by the fast Ethernet, and this network it is connected via 192.162.10.1, and this 192.162.10.0 it is directly connected with a serial port. And later, let me show you something. Suppose if we want to send some messages from one part to another, okay, from here to here, uh, the status is failed. Why? Because we from one network to another network, the IP address will be changing. So as we have used here the 20 series IP address, so we'll be going to, let me show it in the detailed manner here. In the PC01, we'll be going into the command prompt. We'll be typing it as ping, and once we need to type as a 60.60.60.2. So once we are done with this, it will be showing, it will be getting back some messages, and as you can see here, so once again I'll be typing it so that all the replies are coming back. So once we are done this with this, this is of a public IP address, but once if I type it with the private address, um, that is ping 20.20.20.2, um, what it will be show is host unreachable. Means that we can't be able to reach the destination if we are having a different IP addresses. So this is how the NAT works, and I can show it is a in a server also. So in the server, what you have to do is here web browser will be there. So in the web browser, we can be able to check, or we can be able to modify some of the things. So in the services, what you have to do is we need to enable the HTTP protocol. So where there I can be able to edit the index. So let me type this as Cisco followed by welcome to SDMCT. So I can be able to write some another paragraph. Uh, Hello everyone. So I'll be closing it. So let me save this. And once you're going to save this, okay. Once we are going to save this, what it will be doing is that we'll be going into the another PC where we'll be able to open this web browser, and let me type the public address, that is 50.50.0.0.0. 50.3, and see, this is what the public network will be able to access the things. So suppose if we are be able to use the public IP address, then we can be able to reach the destination. So with this server also we can be able to do whenever any website is hosting. At the time there will be a two type of address. One is a private address and another one is public address. With the help of public address, we can be able to access the public we can be able to access the website. So suppose if we are using private address, so let me type this. um, the public address is 20.20.20 dot let me say, sorry, it's a 10.10.10.3. So it should say destination can't be reached, so request timeout as it has been shown. From this we can be able to get to know that how the NAT works. This is all the concept behind NAT, how it will be working, how it will be translating the IP address. So during our networking communication, so we can be able to hide our original IP address. So that's all for today. Thank you.